Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3 Kappa mode. So last time we ended off tick accelerating our agricraft stuff over here so we could 10 our seeds a little bit better, and I have been working on this quite a lot, actually. So the ones that I have done, pumpkin and melon seeds are 10. We have the iron seeds, the ferrinium seeds, the lavender, the lapis ones, the red seeds, which is redstone. Carrot seeds were needed. What else? Is there another one in here? I'm not sure. There might be another one that I'm missing. Yeah, I got lapis ore and redstone ore and gravel, glowstone, iron ore. These are all the things that are needed in order to get to this point. And now we are at crystalline seeds. These produce quartz shards, which you can turn into nether quartz, which is pretty cool. So in order to grow those, it has to be planted on soul sand with nether quartz ore underneath. So there's a lot of crazy requirements here to get these things going. So I installed a mod. We were talking about these particles, the little fart bubbles that are happening because of the carrot plus food items that I'm eating. I installed a mod called, what's it called? Clean view. This is supposed to make it so it removes potion particles from your viewpoint. I mean, you can clearly see that it's here and it's not removing them. So I tried, it didn't work. So we're gonna have to go back to particles minimal to get rid of the fart bubbles. I think there might be more than one mod that can do that, but yeah, the clean view one apparently does not do it for us. I was really hoping that we could keep the particles on, but that's just too annoying. Anyway, so we are at the point now where we have these seeds ready to go, and we needed those to make the Syrtis quartz seeds. Yeah, we needed the 10 version of these, and we are there now. We need a mana diamond, some Syrtis quartz block, intermedium essence, and then a tier 3 crafting seed. Well, I have made the intermedium essence that we need, and this stuff took a whole lot of the Frisian stuff, and oh boy. Yeah, as we progress through this mod, it's costing more and more of these ingots. I had to go back to Landia again and grab some more and smelt these all down. And now it's also using another type. We go back in here, let's bookmark this. So the intermedium requires us to have Garfax ingots plus the prudentium, and you need the prudentium infusion crystal. Eventually we'll be able to use the master one that doesn't have a durability. But for right now, we do have to use this one, and that takes some durability off your inferium infusion crystal when you craft it, but does not like use this item up. So I don't know how much. I saw it like lose a little bit of health on the bar when I crafted. I'm not sure how much it took, but anyway. And then again, that's more of the Frisian. So it's additional 16 Frisian here and 16 of the intermediate, or the whatever the essence is, the bottom tier one, inferium essence. Anyway, so we got some of that stuff done. So we needed to make ourselves the tier 3 crafting seed, which requires us to have 4 of these intermedium, and then a tier 2 crafting seed, which is 4 more of the prudentia, and a tier 1 crafting seed, which is the base crafting and the inferium. I don't think we have any of the base crafting seeds. Actually, what is that? That is just a seed with prosperity. I have plenty of prosperity. Been saving it all in here. We keep farming up so much of that. I got like a lot of items that we're getting a whole bunch of that I've just been throwing in here. I guess like fluorite shouldn't be in there. But anyway, seed. Let's grab one of these, and then we can craft it over here. We'll do a base crafting seed. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these quartz shards away. We don't need them. So base crafting seed, then inferium. All right, so this guy, and should just be 4 of those. Awesome. And then we have to make the prudentium, which means we need the Frisian, and I believe it's 16 of those in order to do this. And then we're gonna need some more of that. Okay, so if we go into here and we do, oh, we also need the inferium crystal. Yeah, lots of steps to get this going. Once we get auto crafting going, oh my goodness, guys, our life is going to be so much simpler. But for right now, nope, it's not simple at all. We have to do this. All right, so we wanted 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those. Cool, so we're done with that. Tier 2, done with that. Tier 3, done with that. So now we have our tier 3 crafting seed. All right, so this is done. We need 4 of the Syrtis quartz blocks. So that's just some Syrtis quartz here. Easy enough. Whoa, we got a quest complete. Quest complete, intermediate crafting seed. Awesome. All right, so we got that one done now. All right, so we have the 4 of that, the 4 of that, the 1 of these. We don't need the inferium anymore, and I don't think we need that guy anymore. I also made this reservoir. I made this all the way to the resonant version, and I put creosote oil in there because you can use the reservoir here as a bucket, like a bunch of buckets essentially. So every recipe that requires a fluid, like if it's requiring 1 bucket of creosote, you can do that recipe however many times you have buckets of that fluid in there without having to remove this thing. So I needed to make a whole lot of the creosote wood. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, you need that for making these crop sticks. So we got a bunch of these down here now. But yeah, that was the whole purpose of that. We've been collecting a bunch of creosote over here. We got another 63 buckets of it. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. And I've just been throwing like a stack of coal in that thing every now and then to make the coal coke. Yeah, so we have that here. Anyway, so moving on, to do this seed, we do need to make a mana diamond. So that's going to require a bit of mana, and we have to make a runic altar. Let's look at making this mana diamond first. So speaking of diamonds, a while ago, I think we had mentioned that the loot bag opener thing that we had here doing the patient bag, they switched the item that you get from that from a nether star to a block of diamond. So it's essentially pretty pointless to do this, but I had received 4 different patient bags, and all 4 of those had processed, so I had 4 diamond blocks sitting right here, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, in the future, I doubt I'm even going to bother with the patient bags anymore. I like when I see one every now and then I throw it in here, but like honestly, it's not worth. It's really not worth doing that at all. Anyway, so put this stuff all the way. Upgrade this chest to a diamond chest. I really should set up a filter here so it blacklists the different loot bags, and then put another one on this one to whitelist them, so we can automatically get the loot bags stored. But anyway, I'm kind of going off topic here a bit. So we want to make what was it? We want to make this mana diamond. So the mana diamond, we throw a diamond into a pool of mana. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. Where is our Botania setup? It's right over here. I don't know if we have enough mana to do this. Let's take a look, and we do. Perfect. Awesome. So we have that done. Okay, so let's make this runic altar. So that requires 5 living rock and a mana pearl. I don't think we have any mana pearls, maybe? No, I don't think we do. I know we were getting some mana stuff from our loot bags, but yeah, I don't think we ever got one of those. I believe we should have living rock and stuff, and if not, we can craft more. So let's put that right here. I moved our pure daisy right here. It was kind of chilling in the center area over here. Yeah, I decided to move it over there where our other Botania stuff is. So living rock, we only have 3. All right, so that is not enough. So living rock you make from stone, and we got stone in here, I do believe. Let's grab this, and we will just put that around the pure daisy and let that cook up. Yep, so in about a minute we will have what we need there. And then the other things are the verdant crystals. Now, I made some extras of these. They do require the mystical flower clusters, which require 4 of the same type of mystical flower, but we've already done the agricraft for that previously. So mystical flowers are not really an issue since we can just craft it from this stuff. So yeah, all these different flowers in here, I'm probably just gonna end up throwing away. We can just make any of those flowers out of this essence. And then the verdant, yeah, I went ahead and I already had that pre-crafted up, so we are ready to go. So as soon as we get this living rock, we can make the runic altar and continue on. So it turns out we haven't really done much with Botania yet. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious considering the only thing we had done was made the Pure Daisy, the Endo Flames, and 1 mana spreader to make, or I guess to store mana in a mana pool. So I made another mana spreader here so we can take mana from that pool and put it into the Runic Altar that we just crafted. But I was just thinking, like, you have to right click on this thing with a special wand from Botania in order to finish the craft. So yeah, we haven't even made ourselves the Wand of the Forest yet. That's kind of important to do. So in order to make one of those wands, you do need some more living wood. So I just craft up a second batch of this, and we need these living wood twigs. And then we can choose the color that we want the wand to be. Not that it matters at all, but, you know, if that's something that's important to you. Mystic, if I could spell mystical. You know what? We could do red and red. We could do white. Our base is white, white and green. We could do white and green. Let's do white and green. Mystical, so white flower, and then we need a green. This one, sure, let's do it. Why not? Again, it doesn't matter, but just for whatever reason if you want to. So green and white. So yeah, the green and white petals, and you can reverse it if you want it the other way. Again, if it really matters, it doesn't. So we do that, and we can put these extra petals back. Sweet. So now that we have that all set up, we are going to need to put our materials on the Runic Altar here in order to get the craft going. So Runic Altar is done. We want to craft the Syrtis Quartz seed. So that's the mana diamond plus the blocks. So we can queue that on there and just drop those on there. That's fine. And then we needed the 4 intermedium and the crafting seed. We also need one of the crystalline seeds that we have down below that I did not make an extra of, but that's fine. We can just grab one of our existing ones. Actually, yeah, we'll just break this and I will just replace the crop stick, and these things will just spread automatically. Yeah, right there. You can see we have another 10, 10, 10 of them. So yeah, we are ready to go on that. Very, very simple stuff here. I did grab the Staff of Traveling. I was going through our chest down here where we were doing our loot bags previously. Yeah, and one of these went into my inventory, and then it started filling up full of power. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, we have wireless power now. So these things aren't completely useless anymore. Another thing that I did see that was in here is the Black Lotus, which we can use to make more Botania mana. So we have these Black Lotus here. But the Staff of Traveling, if you haven't seen this, like if you point down through a block and you right click, it'll like send you through it, or you can go up a level like that. You can kind of use it for flying around a bit if you want to do that. Even with the creative flight off, like you can kind of move around with it all right. So that's kind of cool. If we get travel anchors around here, you can set a travel anchor way over there, and like you can highlight it by looking at it with the Staff of Traveling and warp all the way that way. So that might be a way that we get around the base a little bit faster. I haven't quite decided if we're going to use that or not, but anyway. So now that we have this stuff, we should be good to go here. So I'm going to queue that. That should start the recipe. Our mana spreader is going to start putting mana into here, but I don't know if we have enough mana in our mana pool to support this. It looks like we might. Yeah, that doesn't look like that's taking up too much of our mana. I am kind of curious though, how much, like how far up this goes with these Black Lotus. I guess we'll do it this way. So not a whole lot. These don't have EMC, and the only way to get them is by opening up those loot bags. So I guess we want to save those for like an emergency or something. Anyway, this appears to be done. In order for us to process that, we do need to get ourselves a living rock, which I forgot to bring. Living rock, and then we also need our wand of the forest that we made. So yeah, we just right click it or queue the block onto there and do that. And there we go. Awesome. So now we have our Syrtis Quartz seeds. That was quite the adventure to get to this point, guys. So again, the Syrtis Quartz seeds makes the Syrtis Quartz essence, and the Syrtis Quartz essence is absolutely required to make ourselves the inscriber presses. And we need those to make any of the processors. Yeah, we need those presses to make any of the processors in Applied Energistics. There is this laser cutter thing. I don't know if we should have gone this way or not. This might be more end game things, but anyway, we got a quest complete for making that seed. The next step for this is to 10 these. Let's see, does it show anything special? Nope, just farmland for that. We do need these in order to make the fluic seed, which does require Starlight Crafting Altar. Okay, interesting. Cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and spend some time here to 10 these. This really shouldn't take that long since we have the tick acceleration going on over here. Yep, let me go ahead and do that. We'll be back. So I moved the tick acceleration over by our machines that we have on this lava power, and it's affecting our cobblestone generation here. You can see we're generating cobblestone quite quickly with that tick acceleration, which is kind of cool to see like how it's actually working. It looks like it's also making us use lava faster. I guess melt lava faster, which is being used up by our dynamos faster. I don't really know how much power we're generating now that we're tick accelerating, because we're making more than the 600 RF per tick since it's like going so many times faster or whatever. But anyway, I moved this over here because we want to hopefully get our inscriber to go faster. I don't know if this is affected. It looks like this particular block from AE2 stuff is, but maybe the applied energistics one is not. Maybe we'll have to upgrade this. Anyway, let's go make ourselves our first press. So we need some silicon. Yep, and then this is all the Syrtis quartz essence that I got from 10-10-10ing our seed. So we do that, and we wrap some of this around it, and there we go. There's a silicon inscriber press. Advancement made, unknown technology. All right, so silicon. We're gonna make, oh, I don't know, how about 16 of these? That seems like a reasonable amount, huh? I don't know if this does accelerate the ticks for doing this. It might not. And it doesn't really look like that's going any faster. Okay, so if we wanted to upgrade this particular machine to the advanced inscriber, what does that cost? That costs some energized capacitors, heavy tungsten, and we need engineering processors. Okay, so I guess our first goal here is to make 2 engineering processors. That's the diamond processor. Yeah, and then we also have to make this one. So we need 3 diamonds, one of them to wrap around to make this press. So let's go do that real quick. So diamonds, 3 of those, and one of them is going to turn into a press. Okay, very good. So now that we have that, we need 1 more silicon. So we will put that in there, plus 1 of these. And then we need to do the same thing for the diamonds and then combine all of those with redstone to make the actual processor. Let me swap this guy out. Yeah, if we could tick accelerate this is going to go so much faster. We won't have to worry about the acceleration cards, really, at least for the short while. We will want those in there eventually, but that'll just make this process go that much faster. Okay, so there's those guys, and then 2 redstone, I guess, in order to make the processors whole. Unless the recipe has been changed, I guess we should take a look at that just to make double sure. Yeah, it is redstone. Okay. All right, so this guy, we do one of those, and one of those, and then we should get ourselves a diamond engineering processor. Cool, so we have one. Let's make a second one. So the other thing that we needed to make that an advanced inscriber, the heavy tungsten, so that is 4 tungsten per, and the hydraulic press, we need 16 tungsten, and then these energized capacitors. So that means we need the empowerer with some energetic silver and vivid alloy. Ooh, this is all like stuff that I haven't done yet, I don't think. These do have EMC, so eventually we won't have to keep making those. Grainy capacitors. Ooh, this might get pretty expensive, huh? So 2 silver capacitors, right? 2 silver, 2 of this to make one of those. And then we need how many? 2 of those to make one of these. Ooh, okay, so we're gonna need 4 of the silver. Or is it? I'm so confused going through those recipes. It's either 4 or 8 of the silver ones. I'm not sure. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and start crafting that stuff. Was there anything else special about that? I guess I didn't look. So the vivid alloy ingot requires us to have cobalt, energetic silver, and pearl in the smeltery, or alloy smelter, I'm sorry. And the energetic silver is glowstone, electrotine, and electrum. Well, that's not bad. Okay, I'll go ahead and craft all that stuff up. We will get these things going here, and we'll be right back. All right, so all of this stuff is complete, so we should be able to make this advanced inscriber now. And I think we will get a quest complete for that. I'm not sure though. Maybe that's locked behind some applied energistic stuff. So we place that here. You know what? I don't think that's going to get affected by the tick acceleration until we redo it. Let me grab the linking tool. I'm going to break this and then place it here. As far as I know, with the astral sorcery thing, like when you set the ritual, it'll tick accelerate all of the tile entities nearby that it knows about. And if you place any after you've already set the ritual, it doesn't know about them anymore, or it doesn't know about them at all, so it doesn't try to tick accelerate them. But I think getting it like this, that should get the blue particles on this guy and make that one go that much faster. And it looks like we have the particles there, which is fantastic. Okay, so we wanted to do like 14 of the silicon. So the advanced inscriber, not only can we tick accelerate it, as we can see here, but we can put in more than one item at a time, which makes this so much better. And we put that press in there. Okay, so that's going pretty quickly for no acceleration cards in here, right? That's not bad speed at all. I like it. All right, so there is 14 of those done. And so that silicon press is done. That's done. The dense energy cell, we did not make that. That required us to have a calculation processor. So that means we need the printed, which means we need yet another thing. So the inscriber calculation. So that's a pure Syrtis wrapped with the essence that we have, Syrtis, and we have a pure one. So this guy wrapped with some of this stuff, and there we go, yet another press. I think that's the last one we have to make, right? No, there's another one. There's a logic one we have to make. Okay, so we have that in there. Oh, I didn't bring the Syrtis, the pure Syrtis with me. That's kind of important, pure Syrtis. We just need one of these, so we're just going to bring one, and then we also need redstone as well to turn that into the processor once we're done. Cool, so this guy. So that, and there is our calculation processor. So that's all done. So now we can make this guy. Okay, so the easy part of this is done now, as far as I know. Easy. Yeah, it's so easy. So this is done, which means we have the crystal clusters done, the skystone block, and the dense energy, and then we can make this engineering now. That's not a problem. So our next goals is we have to do the reinforced alloy and the printed circuit board. So that's getting into mechanism, and that is getting into pneumatic craft. So when I was saying, yeah, the easy part was done, I was kind of half saying that sarcastically, but yeah, it turns out that really is the easy part. So the reinforced alloy from mechanism. Let's go ahead and take a stroll down JEI recipe lane here. So Metallurgic Infuser, I mean, this recipe looks normal, right? So to make a Metallurgic Infuser, we need redstone alloy ingots from Ender.io, that's fine. Osmium is fine. Nuclear furnace, 2 of those. And then a steel casing, which does require pneumatic craft. So even if we wanted to do this first, we can't. We have to do pneumatic craft first. And then a machine frame, dark steel. Yeah, okay, so we can't do the mechanism yet. But if, say, we wanted to do the mechanism, we have to do the nuclear furnace. So the nuclear furnace requires us to have tough alloy ingots and basic plating. The basic plating is like pretty simple, lead and graphite. And then we also need endist furnace. The endist furnace is what we're using over here for our normal smelting stuff, right? So we have to make more of those for each one of these. The tough alloy ingots, these guys require us to have an alloy furnace from nuclear craft as well, with ferroboron alloy and lithium. Now lithium we've been mining, we just barely. I think we got that from the deep dark, or maybe Landia, one of the two. And then ferroboron also requires the alloy furnace. That is boron dust plus steel. So the alloy furnace requires us to have 2 emerald furnaces, basic plating, which we already saw, that's pretty easy, and enhanced alloy smelter from Ender.io, plus a steel frame, which is more tough alloys, which I'm not actually sure, now that I'm thinking about it, how we can do this. I guess we have to start this path first. Okay. Anyway, so you can kind of see there's a bit of a rabbit hole here in order to do what we want to do. So the enhanced alloy smelter from Ender.io requires vibrant bimetal gears and alloy smelter, which we already have. But we're going to want another one, right? If we're going to be using the alloy smelting at all from Ender.io, we can't just throw that away. So we have to make another one of these to make this. Enhanced machine chassis. I think we've made that before. Maybe we haven't. End steel and stuff. Yeah. Okay, guys. So you can see there is quite a lot of stuff to do here. Energetic silver is stuff that we just made. That's not that bad. And then the end steel. Yeah. So lots of things to do. I guess the very first thing that we should work on is making the alloy furnace. I think that might be our first starting point down this path. Oh my goodness, guys. And then also, I guess we could take a look at pneumatic craft as well, since this is also going to be required. So like a transistor, for instance, that requires us to have the pressure chamber with transistors from open computers, red alloy ingots, compressed iron ingots from pneumatic craft, and then black plastic. So making plastic is its own can of worms too. Normally, that requires us to have a plastic mixer with liquid plastic, and I can't remember how you get the liquid plastic. I think you have to make LPG in this mod. It's been a little bit of time since I've done this. Oh, I just click on a refinery, natural gas, naphtha, liquid plastic, and LPG. That comes from the refinery thing. Oh yeah, the thermopneumatic processing plant. This is how you do it. So you get LPG, and then you run it with coal into liquid plastic, and then that gets piped over. Yeah. So there's a lot of craziness that we're gonna have to do moving forward here, guys. I think we're probably gonna hold off until next episode. I'll decide if we're gonna start down the Ender.io nuclear craft path first or the pneumatic craft path. This might be the best starting point, I think. So we might take a look at that next time. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for today. As you guys can see, there's a lot of stuff that needs to get done, and we don't really have a lot of time left in this episode to do it. So we'll go ahead and call it here. Guys, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. But yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys.